I used to deliver pizzas for a small joint in a rural town just outside Portland. It wasn't the safest job, especially doing late-night runs, but I liked being on the road. There was only one area we were warned to avoid: Hollow Bend. No streetlights, no neighbors, just a forgotten street full of broken-down houses. We never got orders from there until one night we did. It was a stormy Saturday evening when the call came in. The voice on the phone sounded off, distorted like someone speaking through a fan. They ordered a large mushroom pizza, no cheese. Then they paused and added, "And please, don't forget the eyes." I chuckled awkwardly, assuming it was just some idiot playing a prank. When I asked what they meant, the line went quiet. Then a low whisper repeated an address. 27 Hollow Bend Road. Click. I should have refused. I knew better. But curiosity got the better of me. The house looked like it had been abandoned for decades. Vines creeping up the walls, windows cracked and clouded, a mailbox hanging by one screw. No lights were on, but I noticed a faint orange flicker deep inside. Candlelight, maybe. I knocked once. Nothing. I knocked again. The door creaked open on its own. A tall man appeared from the darkness, wearing a tattered gray robe. His skin was pale, almost grayish-blue, and his eyes were all wrong. No irises, no pupils, just milky white spheres. I told him the total, but he didn't speak. He simply turned and motioned for me to come in. My instincts screamed at me to leave, but my legs disobeyed. I stepped inside. The air was thick and heavy with a rotting stench, like something had died in the walls. Dozens of portraits hung on every surface. Each one depicted a delivery person holding a pizza box. Their expressions were frozen in fear, and their eyes missing. "Did you paint these?" I asked, trying to sound composed. The man smiled, revealing a mouth that had been crudely stitched at the corners. In a whisper, he replied, "They didn't bring the eyes." That's when I felt something warm and wet dripping from the bottom of the box. I looked down. Blood was seeping through the cardboard. I opened it. There was no pizza, just two raw human eyeballs resting on a bed of mushrooms. I dropped the box and bolted for the hallway. He let out a shriek, an inhuman, layered scream that sounded like dozens of voices screaming all at once. I ran past door after door, but each room looked identical, looping like a nightmare. Every wall had more portraits, more delivery drivers. Finally, I found a boarded-up window, smashed it with my elbow, and dove out. I ran until I reached pavement and a cell signal. I didn't look back once. The cops didn't believe me. They said 27 Hollow Bend had been condemned for decades. No signs of anyone living there. No sign of a man, no paintings, nothing. But the next day, when I went back to work, there was a new painting hanging behind the counter. It was me, holding a pizza box. My mouth was sewn shut.